Dawn Greenfield. Welcome to Yoga Born. Right now I would like to teach, and Sue is offered to be here and get some yoga in during the day. And we're going to focus on some back support. We have Yoga for Your Back here as one of our classes offered at Yoga Born, and it is working wonders for people's backs, whether you have a little bit of back pain or you've had some serious surgeries for your back. So to begin with, I would like to invite you, Sue, to come onto your back, your head that way. So I'm going to have Sue start laying on her back, which I personally always love to lay on my back to start with. Yeah, and then invite the feet just about wider than, maybe a little wider than hips. Yeah, if that feels comfortable enough. And just take a couple of breaths. So really just letting the length of the spine settle into this shape. Take a few easy breaths, maybe even a little shrug of the shoulders. Right, and then, yeah, when the time is right, I'm going to suggest to step the feet in just a little bit. I like the distance between them. I think that's going to be good for the knees, but in just a little closer to your butt, but not too close to the butt, and you'll feel that in the knee. So now I'm going to just press feet down, shoulders down, and start to lift and lower the hips. And just a nice wave in and out of this. And I like to invite people to move in and out of it. And I have a couple of thoughts that I think of as far as landmarks in the body. Number one is neck, so I want to make sure that you feel that the neck is safe as you lift and lower, because we could have a tendency to lift and kind of lean heavy towards the shoulders. We want to keep the neck safe. The other landmark is that as you push down to the feet, I want to make sure that the width between the feet and the distance of the feet in relationship to the shoulders is just right for your body, that your knees feel pretty safe. This is also a really nice way to engage throughout the body, get yourself warmed up a little bit. So next time you come down, I'll invite you to lift the right foot and hug onto the right shin or the right knee, and just take a few breaths here. Yeah, and option one, as you relax the shoulders, to keep the left foot on the mat or to stretch the leg out onto the mat. Yeah, you've warmed up a bit, so if that feels right, you could do that. Sometimes it's not completely straightening out the leg, maybe keeping some bend into the knee. This is a good opportunity to move the toes around a little bit, point the feet back and forth, circle the feet around, change the direction of the circle, and maybe stay with this for a few breaths. Just kind of checking it out. Nice openness across the chest. Yeah, and then when the time feels right, Sue, I invite you to switch this to the other side. Just really conscious of the switching, dropping the foot, pulling the leg in, and she feels pretty comfortable through the back and through the front of the thigh, the hip flexors. It looks pretty comfy to stretch out. Little motion in the toes and the ankles. And again, I always emphasize that if something's feeling really good in your body, stay with it a little longer. Feel free to pause, come back to us when it's right for you. And something else may come up. You may feel kind of a creative spark and you decide to try something else. Just go with that. Just trust your instinct to have fun on the mat. So Sue, I'd invite you to just let that all go. Just give yourself a second to stretch out and relax. Yeah. And then from here, can I invite you to roll onto your stomach? Yeah, so just making, we set up in advance with a blanket. That's going to be good to support some of the bony parts of the body. And so just let the head rest wherever it feels comfy. And then from here, I'll invite you to just bend the knees and let the shins do a little side-to-side motion. This can feel really nice on the thighs, and I love how this feels on my back, and I find it's a good opportunity to really melt into the breathing. So I invite you to feel the fixed point of the head and the ribs, and as you're breathing, the pelvis is tipping side to side, and you can open up into the breath here, breathing into the back of the lungs, but you feel there's a little bit of dynamic resistance as you inhale against the earth, and then as you melt into yourself. So again, focusing on creating openness and strength. So again, I love the partnership of engaging the muscles, stretching the muscles. They couple beautifully together. So I'd invite the legs to relax and to drop down. And could I invite you up onto your forearms? So this is a really interesting one, nice for opening the front and the back of the body. And what I'll invite you to do is just round and arch the back. And maybe do that about 5 times. I know you're really good at counting. I lose count so easily. So here, as you are here, just watch out that the elbows aren't too close to each other. They're not too far away. Also very important is that they're not too close to the body. That angle on the shoulder is going to be a lot of pressure. So you might even want the elbows a little forward of the shoulders. And it does give you a different range of motion. It can change how it all feels. This is a great one for building up strength, front and back body. They work really beautifully together. Yeah. And then from here, was that about 5? Yeah. All right. So could I invite you to come all the way down where the arms are at the sides now. So I'm kind of in your way. So here, either palms up or palms down. You're going to find one that feels best on the shoulders. So Sue, I'm going to invite you to firm up the stomach and then let the whole body lift and lower. And I would suggest to do that about 5 times. I like to come up as I take a breath. I inhale, come on up, and then I exhale, come on down. But there's no absolutes in the way I practice, and especially in the way I teach. So I may try to come up on the exhale. Try it out and see how it feels. You'll find a way that feels right for you today, and tomorrow maybe it's a different story. So try this practice today, try it in a couple of days, and make it work for you. Yeah. I'll invite you to roll onto your back again. And as Sue rolls onto her back, it's just an opportunity for the body to stretch out, rest, feel easy, just that overall sense of peace in building some strength and some flexibility. And I really hope that you enjoyed this practice and that you'll visit with us again. All right, so thanks for practicing with Yoga Born. Have a great day. Be well.